How you guys and girls doing today? It's the Finance Man here, and welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything from crypto to real estate to stocks, you name it. In this video, we are talking about some Wonderland time, and oh my goodness, y'all, we've got some news to go over today. But before we get into this, y'all, if you enjoy this kind of content, please make sure to hit those buttons down below, like that like and that sub button, so that way this video can get out to people who need to see it. Please hit those buttons down below, y'all, because I had noticed that 93% of those who watch my videos are not subscribed, while 7% are. So if you hit those buttons, I really appreciate it, and you'll never miss a single video from me. It's absolutely free, and when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away one BNB. But with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, so we can see right here, y'all, that the Treasury balance is back. Earlier yesterday, it had actually dipped down below 1 billion, and now it's right back up to the 1 billion. It's barely hovering over there, but it is there, which is good. Current APY 69,000, total staked 856K, and let's hop on over into the actual app itself here, and let's see. So the TVL is still at a 1,100,000,000. Hop on over to the dashboard here and look at this, y'all. So it is finally back up. You know, yesterday it had dropped below the backing price, and what happened is that they actually had to dip in and step in and buy it back, so that way it would get back above the backing per memo. And just a quick disclaimer for those who don't know, we'll be going over the chart, but it's actually a manual thing. You know, it dipped below, and it actually took a couple of hours for them to actually go on and pass the vote through, but it isn't automatic. People were panicking, oh my god, why isn't it being bought back, what's going on? But they did eventually do it, and we'll read a tweet on that later. But like I said, 63,000, so we are above it, which is good. Backing 57K. We just discussed that APY treasuries at that 1 billion, and market cap's 1.4. We head on over here to the chart, y'all, and we can see it right here. I mean, 1,300, man. We are up 20% or 21%, which is good. But man, oh man, take a look at this. This was yesterday, or towards the end of the day. On the 17th here, we had dropped down. Let's see if it lets me go all the way low. That's 1060. We had actually dipped a little bit lower than that. I believe we had dipped all the way to 800 something. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Let's see if we go on over to 7-day. We can see right here. Let's take a look if I can get it to go down there. 873. That was around 3:18 p.m. yesterday, man. Absolutely insane. Of course, if we go on over to the all chart, the last time we've seen a price that low was, of course, when it was just starting over in September. And you know, like we normally do, we take a look over here at Bitcoin and everything. And even though, like I normally say, Bitcoin does have an effect on it, not that much of an effect, man. What was going on yesterday was just FUD and just absolutely craziness. But taking a look at Bitcoin, you know, it was at 41,000 yesterday. It has gone up a little bit. Things are still in the red but you know, not by that much. And before we go over to Twitter, y'all, and check out the news and the announcements on there, I just wanted to give my own opinion real quick on what I think happened. Long story short, y'all, I think there was a whole bunch of FUD and a whole bunch of craziness. People weren't understanding what was going on. When you go over to the website, you actually see a whole bunch of different things. So the three major things that people were wondering and noticing on the website that was just scaring people and putting everybody into a major panic FUD frenzy was, number one, you know, you saw this message right here: liquidity has been migrated to sushi.com. To buy and sell Wmemo, please click here. People didn't understand what that means. They were like, what do you mean the liquidity has been moved? That's the only thing they thought. Liquidity has been moved. Oh my god, what does that mean? Is it a rug? Everyone was right. It's a Ponzi. They were making fun of it at first, but now it's actually happened. My life savings are gone. My children are going to die, you know. So you see that right there, and then you went over to the dashboard, and like I said, you noticed that the price of the time price was gone. So that was another thing people were wondering about. Oh my god, why is the price of time gone? They must have taken everything out. They're draining the liquidity. Daniel's a piece of shit. Seafood, everyone is just annoying. They're just trying to take our money and kill us all, right? Another thing that was missing as well is, of course, that runaway day. You saw the runaway taken away. People were like, yep, we knew it. It's gone. It's over. You know, I had comments on my previous video. Yep, it's gone. They're rugging it right now, and anyone who stays in is an absolute fool. And last but not least, the calculator is back now. They, you know, were editing the calculator. They had taken it out because they wanted to edit it so that way it would show the Wmemo price. But when they removed it, they didn't tell people that, or you know, they didn't make the announcement on time. So people saw the calculator disappearing, and they were like, yep, they're trying to hide the fact that they're taking our money. So you know, you saw all these things happening at once, and with the liquidity being moved over to sushi and everything like that, and people seeing that decline, they just had no clue what was truly going on with the project, and they just thought it was being slowly rugged, and there was just so much FUD and craziness going on, y'all. It's absolutely insane. Moving on though, we've got some good news. So of course, not only is the price back up above the backing price, which is great, but we are on Wonderland Money's Twitter and we see that they have a new partner. So Wonderland Fi has teamed up in the metaverse now. Of course, they did promise that they were going to be entering the Gameverse/metaverse deals. And take a look at this, their very first deal, or first major deal, Cross the Ages. We can hover over this right here. This is a new free-to-play metaverse game. Collect your digital trading cards and own NFTs. Play to earn. Let's take a look at this trailer real quick because it looks and sounds very cool. Very cool, y'all. And I might do like a deep dive into what that is later and stuff like that, but that's one of the major announcements we have right here. We can come down here and take a look at the main man, Sifu himself, the treasury manager. We have eliminated dilution at Wonderland, and I hope that you held on to your tokens. Last but not least, we have a Sifu tweet right here. It looks like we finally have an opportunity to test the buyback promise at Wonderland Fi. Several million have once again been used to buy below our backing price, returning the price back to our intrinsic value. As a reminder, unlike most others, Wonderland buys at the backing price, y'all. So he had just announced that on Twitter. People were panicking, like I said earlier, not knowing what was going on. The vote passed, of course. Why wouldn't the vote pass? And they did buy it back. And of course, we have to check out Daniel. Now, of course, I have to click on this picture because I always do. And he's even got a new banner up. He says, fuck the suits. And there you go. This was something he retweeted about CoinDesk making a post here. Token rebounds amid protocol buyback. Just talking about how they did buy it back, right? Of course, that's the partnership right there. This person, he retweeted, I love how Andre and Daniel are pro devs, therefore creating a want for devs to be in the Phantom network. And the devs themselves are very pro people, making people want to be in the network. Organic growth is way better than the VCs. Frogs are better than the suits. And then we have the main man. If y'all don't follow this individual, I would definitely recommend following him, the DeFi Edge. He's really cool on Twitter, and he's been getting a lot of followers lately because he's been breaking down things about Wonderland Time. And we'll be going into a thread of his in a couple of seconds here. But he said, according to Daniel and Sifu, Wonderland is moving towards a revenue sharing model. We'll be able to stake Wmemo and earn rewards and airdrops. What would that look like? I created a mock-up based on what I know, 100% speculation. What do you think? And this is just the mock-up right here. So total APR, Wonderland revenue sharing, and of course this right here is the treasury farming and the investments that they have. And this is just how it would look if we decided to claim. It's just a mock-up, but it looks pretty good to me. Daniel says, while the vote to pass the management of SushiSwap is happening, we have started to work with the team already pro bono. Wmemo cascades and backing promises highlighted the need for limit orders on chain, expected to come soon on your favorite network. A little meme for you here, petition to make the charts frog color again. This is Daniel essentially retweeting and supporting what Sifu has said about them buying back. Frogs protect frogs. And then here's the thread right here. Are you confused about time transitioning to Wmemo? Don't be. I wrote a guide for you. So what is Wmemo? The benefits of it. Why is Daniel wants us to wrap it? How to track your rebases? And when you can stake your Wmemo for revenue share. Let's take a deep dive into this thread right here because it's an amazing thread. Like I said, once again, good job. Number one, what is wrapping? Wrapping gives a token more function. Wrap tokens allow you to use a token on different blockchains. You're giving a token extra powers that it wasn't designed to have. And it just gives an example here, but that's essentially what it does. An example, BTC to WBTC. Now you can use WBTC for LP pairs and as collateral to borrow money. So number three, what's the difference among Time, Memo, and Wmemo? Remember we had discussed this earlier. So Time is the original token, which you don't want to just sit there and hold. Memo is staked time. This is how you get your rebases. Memo is your receipt. And Wmemo is just wrapped, so it's staked time. Wrapping Memo will give it more use cases. Wrapping a Memo or wrap Memo is a container that holds Memo in its rebases. Here's a video that will help you visualize this. I remember we had actually shown this video a couple days back. Just shows you like how the rebases and everything works right there. Pretty cool model. Number five. Okay, so what are the benefits does Wmemo offer? You can bridge Wmemo to Phantom, Ethereum, and Arbitrum. You can use Wmemo in liquidity pools for more yield, such as Spirit Swap. You can use it as collateral to borrow Memo on Abracadabra, and you can soon stake Wmemo for revenue sharing. Why is the team pushing us to rapid more flexibility? Staking Wmemo allows revenue share and it helps with price action. Times price is not a good indicator because it doesn't consider rebasing, and this is why they want to step away from time, and that's why they removed it. Wmemo's price is much more accurate and it slows down panic selling. Number 7, how do I wrap my memo? It's easy. So you simply go to Wonderland's official site, and I've talked about this before. In the top right, you'll see a button that says wrap. So you just hit wrap, approve, and there you go. You just swap your memo for wrap memo. Do you still get rebases if I wrap my memo? Yes. Remember that Wmemo is a container of all of your memo, so it automatically rebases no matter what. And this is a major question right here. How do I keep track of my Wmemo and the rebases? So he does admit that a lot of people say, it's not easy to track it at the moment. The UI of the website is being updated to reflect it better, and you can use Zapper.fi. And what I do personally, y'all, is I go to the website, I unwrap my wrap memo to make it just memo, and then I just go to Google and I just type in memo to USD converter, type in the exact number, and it'll let me know how much I have in USD in memo. Or you can just unwrap it and then go to the calculator and it'll show you how much you have. Number 10, should I buy time or stake, or should I just buy Wmemo? It's easier just to buy Wmemo on sushi.com. It's the best place to buy it. Number 11, what are the downsides of wrapping it? So you will spend a little bit of gas to wrap, which is, no big deal. It's like a minuscule number, like cents. Might be a taxable event depending on your jurisdiction. You don't get the same dopamine hits just from watching the rebases every 8 hours, and there aren't that many downsides really. So Wmemo is 59K. How did you calculate that? And the formula is the price of time times 4.5 times the current actual index itself. This is what people like to know. Number 13, can I unwrap my memo anytime? Yes, it's not permanent. You can unwrap it anytime you want. Remember, you can directly trade Wmemo on Sushi. There's more liquidity for Wmemo than time. And do you have to wrap it? No, you can keep it as normal memo, which is fine, but you'll be missing out on participating in revenue sharing. The entire protocol is focusing on Wmemo. It's easier to switch and then adjust to it. The last 2 questions is, do I have to wrap my Wmemo to get airdrops? No, you do not. You'll still have access to the BSGG airdrops when it happens. And if you stake your memo, when will you get that revenue share and it's not live yet? They have to take care of the airdrops first. It could be within 2 weeks to a month. We'll just have to wait and see. Last but certainly not least, too, we've got a thread from the man Daniel himself. He says it is time to move away from the OHM model. As everyone saw, is good exclusively to fundraising, but as much as we try to make it sustainable, it becomes unreasonable. Wonderland has become the first successful SPAC in the crypto space. The treasury is intact and growing $1 million a day in farming investment revenues. What a time to be alive. Get it? Time? Consider now we trade at treasury value. We must consider to turn off completely the dilution and move to VE33 model where stakers receive airdrops and farming rewards, the first of its kind. This will steer the VC model in favor of a more transparent, decentralized, and open investment DAO that will change the world of finance. We leave behind wonderful memories to Carpe Diem. And just to add on to that, he said, this being said, it's still very painful for me to see this liquidation event unfold as wealth generated gets taken away and people lose hope. In these moments is when I try to do my best to make sure we come back stronger than ever. Many say I care too much. I can't avoid it though. And that is it, y'all, for all the major news. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, man. I know that a lot of people are probably taking that huge exhale or that huge inhale and exhale of relief, man, because when people started seeing all those things happen and people were swearing up and down that it was over, it was dead, the project was going under, it's truly a Ponzi. And on top of that, what even adds more fuel to the fire is when you see all these other DAOs that promise these amazing things and get trending for a little bit, they end up crashing and burning really heavy, and people were thinking, oh yep, it was just a matter of time, and now time has finally come, So I'm really happy to see that backing price, that we're above that backing price now. I figured it was going to happen. Knew that it was manual and that it would take time. And, it was definitely crazy seeing all that negativity and that FUD, man, in the Discord. Word of advice from me, y'all. I'm just rambling now, but a word of advice from me before I end this video, man, is when you invest in something, look at the team. And this is just investment advice, just coming from me personally. This is just my opinion. Like I always say in all of my videos, this isn't financial financial advice. Do your own research. You never truly know. You might gain money, you might lose it. That's all on you. But man, whenever you invest in a project, man, look at the team. Take a look at the team. Don't really worry about the community, because when you look at the community, it's just going to stress you out. Like, people are going to have their opinions and they're going to say whatever it is that they want to say. When a project isn't going the way people want it to, they're going to swear that the apocalypse has happened and that everyone's going to die. When the project is going extremely good, people think that, you know, they're nigh invincible and that they're gods and that it will never go back down. You know, do your own research, use your own judgment. When I invest in a project, man, I rarely go into the community and look at it unless there's something that I have to do for research or a video or something. It's just not worth the headache, man. And in all honesty, looking at a community, if you're immature or just scared, can push you over the edge and make you make irrational decisions that'll hurt you way more than just making the decisions on your own. But with that being said, y'all, let me know what y'all think, and I will catch y'all in the next video. The Finance Man's out of here.